Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Hello everybody, this is JoshKall and welcome to the name of the game I just said. This will be the third NES game I've done. And before I mention anything else, this is the second time me attempting to record this. First time some crazy stuff happened, and that'll be a bonus episode after this finishes. So we're waiting for the story now. Because if I leave this area, it starts scrolling. After Ganon was destroyed, Impa told Link a sleeping spell was cast on Princess Zelda. She will wake only with the power of number 3 Triforce sealed in a palace in Hyrule. To break the seal, crystals must be placed in statues in 6 well-guarded palaces. Link set out on his most adventuresome quest yet. Copyright 1987 Nintendo. Alright, so I don't know. Well, I can use this third file right here, but I will just get rid of it and make another one. Just show you the screen, I guess, if anyone wanted to see that, because it's pretty interesting. Not that it's any different, really. So let's start this up. Righto. Yeah, these are the action stages, 2D side-scroller things, and the world maps this overhead view nonsense. And you run into little blobs and you initiate the battles. Now this game has some RPG elements, you can level up your health and your mana and magic, as it calls it, and your attack power. And you also have a list of spells Mega Man style, the list pops up. Seems every single NES game I do, I reference Mega Man somehow. Alright, so the reason we came to this town is to talk to this person. To come in here and get a spell from the old man. You can get a spell from every town in the game, I'm pretty sure. Except maybe one. I don't know. Use this magic to survive. So we got shield, which costs 32 magic to use right now. Every time you level up magic, that number will go down. So yes. We're pretty much done here. The other purpose of towns is, I don't know, I suppose there are hints and stuff, this kid probably says something. Get candle in Pararapa Palace, go west. So yeah, I suppose if it's your first time playing, it's pretty good to talk to all these guys, because they tell you where to go and stuff, but as an experienced player of this game, which I probably won't show any, skill during this LP, just because that's how LPs work for me. If I'm good at doing something, when I go to do it, I am definitely not. So, first things first, head on to our first palace, which is sort of the introductory palace. Yeah. It's kind of small, to some extent, and you can get it done pretty quick if you know where to go. Yeah, we're still encountering random stuff. The little blob shadow figures out on the world map, what I'm talking about is when you run into them. The little blobs will be weak stuff, the humanoid figure things will be tough enemies. And there's also fairies, and if you encounter them, it's just a map that has a fairy on it, which will fully heal your health, which is handy. So the palace is up the top there. We're coming down here because there is a health expansion, which I really do want to get. And considering we don't have the life spell yet, which is probably my most used spell in the whole game, we really want to get every single health expansion we can get our hands on. So yeah, it's right here. Would have been nice if they somehow had known what they were going to use in Ocarina of Time and use that sound effect. perhaps someone at Nintendo could have traveled to the future. Now I'm just being stupid. Alright, so we're gonna go back through this stupid bubble water hole. Hit those bubbles, they will hurt you, which doesn't make much sense, but whatever. More random encounters. Yeah, a blob on the desert will just be these, well, this desert will just be these fireballs. Nothing to kill, nothing to gain experience off. Anyway, so here's our, I'd like to say here's our first palace, but I got another random encounter, which is useless. Righto, so here's our first palace. Not much to say about this. You gotta get keys to go through doors that have keyholes. Go left first, because we gotta get a key left, and then we go right after getting the key. And they're these stupid, I call them zebras, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Zebra. Yeah, that's a magic refill, but I'm just thinking, because when I get the life spell, which restores health, if I didn't say that when I previously mentioned it. Oh, here's our first level up. Yeah, you can't just open up this screen whenever. You can it only opens by itself when you get enough to level something, which is displayed as up in the top right with that next. So when I get to 100 experience, the level up window will open. That's what I'm saying. Now, what was I saying before? Right. What I'll usually do is just use life, then pick up the magic refill, but I don't have that spell, and even if I did, with level 1 magic, it'd use up a buttload, so yeah, that's annoying, and these stupid zebras are still zebraing. Ugh. I might have a bit of difficulty with this, because it's been some time since I've started the game over with like, level 1 of everything, because when you beat the game, what you can do is just, like, do essentially what would be called a New Game Plus these days, where you start over with, I think you have all the spells. I know you keep your levels. The max level is 8 for everything, so it's not very high. You get a few levels early on, but later in the game it starts taking a while to get levels. So, the item's down there, but we don't have enough keys to get it yet. I'm not using a map, by the way. This is all off the top of my head. I would know this castle, because, as I said before, I started this LP. This is the second time I started this LP, and I did do this first castle in my other LP, so it's pretty fresh in my head. I won't have this much luck with the other castles, or palaces I should call them. What can you call them? Castle, palace, temple, dungeon. There's a key here, but you can keep going and get another one, which, if you're not paying very close attention, you will miss that, because I know I've missed it a lot. Hang on a sec. Just checking the time. Don't want to go over, but hopefully, if I don't, like, run into a bunch of stuff like an idiot and get game over, or, well, not game over, but lose a life, because that's a waste of time. So, yeah. Having only one... magic goes up. Having only one level in attack really sucks, because as you can see, I have to belt everything loads of times to kill them, and it's annoying. That's why I like using the New Game Plus feature. Well, it's not called New Game Plus, as I said before, but I'm just gonna call it that. If I have to ever reference it again, that's what I'll be saying. I don't like starting new recording, or new LPs, because I always like say in my head, this is the first part, you have to sound really cool, so everyone will keep watching it. But, I don't know. Like, you know, it's not only that, it's because it's like a new game, you don't know how to, like, approach how to, I don't know, talk about it. Now, you can kill these, but it's gonna take a while, and I figured I should at least show it. Well, when we level up our attack, it'll take a lot less time than this. It'd be actually quite interesting to know how many hits this takes. I'm definitely not counting. Probably should have waited until I had, less than full health, so I don't shoot this thing. So they give 50 experience. It's actually pretty decent for the start of the game. So if you wanted, if you felt incompetent with your, like, skills, I suppose you could grind off them. If you wanted. So I'm just getting hit like an idiot. Ugh. Well, not only am I missing, like, a lot of spells, I'm also missing the up stab and down stab, which is something I really miss too. And you get those from towns that are further along in the game. But those are pretty well hidden though, I think. Like, you have to jump in, like, chimneys and stuff for one of them, and, like, the other one's just really high up. Which I think you only need to use the jump spell to get that one, but for enough of my ramblings, you'll see it when I get there. Yeah, it's just, my health is, like, really low, so I've got to, like, try to not get hit by them, and it's like, what can I do with this? I can cast shield, and I can pick it up, it'll fully restore my magic. Well, they don't fully restore it once you've got lots, but for now it will. The red ones, that is. The blue ones only heal, like, a single bar. So this Dark Nut is, you pretty much just got to hit where his shield isn't facing, and you can get him good. Now, I could level up my health, but I'm going to press cancel just to show you that you can do that if you wanted. So we come down here, get the candle, which I suppose if you were, like, super pro, you would not actually need the candle, but anyone who's not super pro at this game will definitely need the candle, because you can't see in, like, any of the caves without it. So yeah, as you can see, if I leave the area, my shield turns off, and having to recast that, like, every... Ugh, blobs. I didn't know they could even damage you that much. What? A blob? Ugh. That's insulting. And now I have to start from this side, too. That's right, that's what I was going to talk about. The shot thing you can do with your sword, that's actually... It's very useful in, the first Zelda game, but in this one, it's pretty damn useless. Like, it can hurt, like, these blobs, but, like, pretty much every, like, late game enemy, it does absolutely nothing against. So, in that regard, it is really useless. Like, it's one of those things they could have just removed, and it wouldn't make a difference, pretty much. So, we're gonna try and get up here without that thing. Oh, those things can actually come up, like, the lift rooms and hit you when you're on the lift. Oh, yeah, time's getting a bit long. Like, with games like Sonic 06, which I'm doing at the same time with this, I don't mind, like, dragging that on for, like, maybe 20 minutes per episode because of, like, cinematics and stuff, and because it's, like, a longer game. But a game like this, I would think I'd like to get the episodes, like, maybe 15 minutes, under 15 minutes per episode. I don't know. I really don't know why that makes such a difference. It just does. So, right now, I'm thinking maybe I should either use shield, or I should have leveled up my health when I had the chance, because I do need that health. Now, see, now that I've got to the next one, it comes up again, and I can either level up attack or health, but I'm going to go with attack, just because. So if you hit those things, sometimes they can drop stuff. But anyway, I think we're getting closer to the end of this. Yeah, I think it's, like, right over here. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I think we've got, like, one more room, then the boss of the palace. The palace, temple, castle, place. Now, don't go dying again, Josh. No. Oh, wow, they do so much damage. Ugh. this is one of those games where it really doesn't matter if you get game over. If you get game over, I think you'll just lose all your current experience and you'll get sent back to, like, the place where we started. Yeah, that's, like, all that'll happen. But then again, like, if you're in, like, a palace, you really don't want to go dying in the first place. Yes. So... I'm running out of things to say already, and this is only the first part. Ooh, a pea bag. Oh, what a shame. 200? Oh well, it doesn't matter. So, this is the boss, you can tell by, like, those curtain things. But, we'll have to say that for next time, because we're running out of time. So, thank you very much for watching. This has been JoshKall. I'll see you next time. Bye.